Join me in Williamina Forest, and usually I would use the Fiat tractor to clear the snow, but today it's been very snowy. It's incredibly deep, so I don't think that tractor's going to do it. Now the only thing which I have here, except for the tractor, is a combine harvester just around the back, which hasn't moved for some time. As you can see, it really is sinking in quite a bit into that snow. So I can only think of fitting the snowplough to the front of the combine and then trying to get away from here using that. Now there is a big problem here, and that is we have to cross a frozen lake, a frozen river, to get out of here. And I can only see that thing going through it. Let's find out. The reason why we have to cross the frozen water is because the only alternative is to drive through loads and loads of very, very dense trees. These go on for a very long time, as you can see. And our destination is all the way back here. There is a fuel station within the forest just there, but we need to make it to the lumberyard just here. So the only way of doing this is by crossing the frozen waters. We're going to have to drive on here to bypass all of those trees. So let's get the class Dominator started up for the first time. Let's just hope that it can actually get out of here. Maybe it'll be even less effective than the tractor. Hopefully not, although I am steering full lock and this is deep. This is very deep. Okay, well, I think we're going to stick with the third person view, and this really does remind me, and it's definitely inspired by, that incredibly fascinating Top Gear episode. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so the snowplough is now fitted to the front of the combine harvester, or dare I say it, the snowbine. That is of course what it was called on Top Gear. Okay, we are ploughing. It is working. Is there any Bovril in here? It's actually working surprisingly well. Now I must just say I don't actually know who added the adapter to the snowplough. The mod site which I found it on, it basically just said unknown author, so it didn't really narrow it down a great deal. So whoever it was, if you do have a big, modding Facebook page or something, then that is probably the best way of verifying it. But either way, the snowplough itself is by Realismus modding, and the combine harvester, the Dominator, is part of the Platinum Edition, so that is by Giants. So the only thing which has actually been done here is that the coupler has been changed, but without that being changed, we would not have this snow ploughing combine harvester. So it is very fascinating. Anyway, yeah, let's just get a route cleared to begin with. That way I can get the tractor to move out of here as well. It really is quite amazing how effective that is at clearing. Let's lower it down a bit as well. It works even better. Right, I think we're going to have to step this up. We're going to be driving on the frozen waters. So let's get that beacon going, because it helps. So let's get ploughing. Let's take this great big pile of snow down the bank. Now we do have to go through some fairly dense trees just here, but luckily it doesn't last for too long. Very soon we are going to be at the frozen lake or river. Let's just see, I can see it. It's down here. I should probably get that pushed off to the side. Great big pile of snow. Might have to back up, possibly. But here we are, we're emerging. We are emerging. Oh no. I'm getting stuck. Just gonna get that big pile pushed out of the way. There we go, right, the treacherous frozen... I was going to say frozen ice, of course it's frozen ice. The frozen waters. We are driving a combine harvester on a frozen lake. And it feels weird. It does feel very weird. Wow. Okay, so we can keep the snowplow raised up a bit for this. Now this is brilliant because it means that we can bypass all of those trees. But when we do get to the destination, it is once again going to be quite deep snow. It really is very frozen. It's just not the sight that you tend to expect out of a combine harvester's window. Oh no, it's raining. Hopefully it doesn't melt the ice. It's -5 air temperature, ground temperature is -2. I don't know what the water temperature is. Not a clue. How's that for a sight though? We're driving across a frozen lake in a combine harvester. Now I actually have no idea where we are, so that is why I've got this very handy map, which is currently telling us that we are just in the middle of the water, which is exactly where we are. I'm just hoping that this is fairly thick ice. Hopefully it is. There's something in there. I think that might be the place that we're going to, actually, surprisingly. Or is it? Is it the place we're going to? Let's go here first. We have to get that snowplow right down to the ground again. We're going to be pushing more snow. Piling it up. Right, this is the lumberyard. This is where we need to be. And that would have been really, really slow had we gone through the forest, because there is no cut path at all. And yeah, this is really starting to bulldoze. But it is effective. It's very effective. Look at that, what's cleared there. It's getting a bit tough for it. It's getting very deep here. This is probably the deepest snow I've ever actually seen. Very, very deep. But I've really cut a path. The snow combine harvester has done incredibly well. Now I've got to the destination, I've been set a new task, and that is to actually get to this place. To get to this place, I must drive to the top of the lake and then climb onto this rickety bridge. My destination is through the trees. Come on, Snow Combine, this isn't our place at all. It was just my place to pick up the next task. This is deep. This is causing some issues. Ah, no. I'm amazed it's doing so well, actually. It's doing amazingly well. If I can get back onto my cut path, it will be much better. Yeah, that's it. That's where we need to be. All we need is a flamethrower hanging out the back, and maybe some rocks flying out the auger. Oh yes, that's it. There we go. Okay, we are back on the water. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go more to the centre. Let's get those beacons on. They are the beacon. That is the beacon of hope. If we don't have those beacons going, something bad could happen. We are getting there. Now obviously in the summertime this is all melted. Would usually be where the boat should be. It's a very, very strange feeling. Especially as I've seen this place in the summertime. Full speed so that we can get that ploughed. Climbing the bank. Right, I need to actually turn in within the trees. Let's get rid of my gigantic pile of snow. Yeah, put the snow there. Back up. We'll probably tilt that snowplow the other way. Turning is the hardest thing actually. Very difficult. Yep, I'm stuck. I'm getting stuck. Now I'm stuck. Come on. Oh, so close. There we go. Right. We're on the bridge. And we are off the bridge. All went well. Now, this place I'm going to, it's somewhere in this direction. Unfortunately, the trees are dense, the snow is deep. And I'm in a combine harvester, more to the point. That is the biggest issue here. It's crabbing so badly. It's trying to climb what I'm pushing as I turn. These trees are in the way. The trees came first, so that's what I have to accept. I think this is probably going to be an okay route. Yep. Okay, right. Keep going this way. There is a sort of marking on the map which shows us where I should be going. I'm completely off that, which isn't exactly surprising at all. It's somewhere over here. Although there is a marking, it's not actually going to look like much on here in real life. It's somewhere here. It might be slightly worn if there's been anybody else passing through with their combine harvest. I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be very likely. Somewhere. Oh, yeah. I don't want to point out the obvious, but it could have gone better. I've fallen in a hole that I have created. Well, there's only one thing for it. Floor it. No, that's not. Oh, actually, maybe it is working. Ah, yes, that's it. Backing out is the only way. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to just create my own route. It works better. I've made such a wall over there. Right. Oh, look. The lake again. Oh, look at that. That is a much better idea. If I go back onto the lake, then I can actually go into an inlet. I can see an inlet on the map. If I go into the inlet, it pretty much brings me to the destination anyway. This is what I should have done to begin with. The amount of snow that I'm pushing into this lake, it's incredible. You can see exactly where I've been entering and leaving. Okay, so the inlet is here. Why didn't I just do this to begin with? I suppose I did have to get over the bridge. The bridge was in the way. This is much easier. Easy. There's not even any rocks about. I thought there might have been a rock or two. But no, the only thing getting in the way is the combine itself. So yeah, I think this is it. This is where we need to be. Just at the top of here. And we'll be done. This is the shed that I need to get to. Or maybe it's the shed next to it. But this is the right area. Where's the shed that was next to it? Come on! Snow can be so slippery. It can also be incredibly annoying. And you always get stuck on the snow drifts. Right, this is it. This is definitely it. As long as no trees get in my way. No. It's a tree. Slipping. Slipping. No. No, I've got stuck. You would have thought it might actually be easier if I wasn't pushing the snow, but I've tried it. I've taken the plough off, and it's still... It's actually more difficult. It is more difficult without it. I'm free! That is the shed, isn't it? I'm sure that's where it was. I'm here! This is it. This is the place. The snow combine has made it. It crossed the waters, and it went through the forest. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was a great deal of fun. Like I say, if the modder who changed the coupler is watching this, please do feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I will put you in the credits. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.